I'm back with an organizational video this time, and I am so excited to walk you along my process for organizing my spice cabinet. This is a project that I've had on my to-do list for years. You've probably heard me talk about organizing my spice cabinets in a few of my previous videos, but finally I'm putting away all of the excuses and I am really focusing on trying to get my home organized one area at a time, and I'm doing this project now. As you can see, not having a good organizational system for this has caused me to accumulate a number of duplicate spices. So I broke out this project into two parts. The first thing is to consolidate as much as I can and using the supplies that I already have. So I already have some pretty good spice containers, so I will not be purchasing anything until I know for sure exactly what I need and go through everything that I currently have. Because I have so many of a few different spices, I will have some backup spices that I will just store underneath in the cabinet where these originally were kept. But the main ones that I use will be in a drawer, which I found a better space for them. And I'll just refill them as needed. So this project took me a couple of months, or maybe more than a couple of months, because I broke it up into two parts. So at this point, they're all pretty much consolidated. So I'm going to put it away until I get the chance to do the second part of this project. So for now, they're going to go back into their original storing spot until I'm able to set up the next. And here is my lineup for backup spices, which I will keep underneath and then just refill them as needed. And these are all the bottles that I was able to consolidate, and it feels a lot lighter now. This is the original spot where all of the spices were kept, and as you can see, it's not very ideal because I had to keep bending over and it just wasn't very visually appealing either. So I did find another drawer that is going to be a better fit for all the spices. I just have to do a little bit of moving around because I did have some supplies, so I just need to find another space for them, and then I'll also spend some time organizing that later. I wrote down some measurements and I will need some additional supplies, but before I do that, I am going to be setting up my spices with what I already have on hand. About a year ago, or maybe two by now, but who's counting, I received an awesome box, like a kind of like a subscription box that included the labels that are made from Savvy and Sorted. And I was so excited to get them, and I put them away knowing that one day I would get to this project, and sure enough, today is the day. So I retrieved my labels and I'm so excited. They have so many different options of all kinds of seasonings, and then they also give you a couple of additional empty ones that you can handwrite what spices might not be included, but I really didn't find many that were not included in the package, and I'm already loving how all of these spices are looking. I mean, they look so neat and uniform. My project is about 75% done, but I do need some supplies, so I'm heading over to the Container Store to get what I need. They have so many options for spice organizations, but I was looking for something specifically for the in-drawer organization. And I also needed to get this little funnel because doing it by hand is just not as neat. And then I took some measurements based on what I had written down just to make sure that I got the right amount of the in-rack organizers and they would fit properly. That was a successful run. Love having the container store close by so I can run to and finish this project because it has been just way too long and I'm so excited to get it done. I vacuumed the drawers and made sure that they were nice and clean, and now I am placing the in-drawer organizers inside. It's not a complete snug fit, so there's going to be a little bit of space in between at the very end once I put all of the organizers in, but that's okay. I can always repurpose that space for additional seasoning packages. And now this is the part that I was most looking forward to, is placing all of the spices in. I'm doing it alphabetically, but I know that it might get messed up, or if I need to make some adjustments, it's not going to be perfectly alphabetically, but that's okay. I can live with it, and I'm already loving how it looks. I had a couple more spices to put together, and I had some extra containers, and I purchased a couple of extra containers also for the spices, so I'm just putting it in using the new funnel too, which makes it so much easier. And this is it. Here is the final product. I still have a couple more things to add here, but I absolutely love how it looks. It's just so visually appealing, and I know that I'm more likely to use the spices or want to cook when things are better organized. So super excited for this. The last thing I'll do is to put away the backup spices, which will go underneath in the cabinet, and that'll do it for this project. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. I will see you in the next video.